Well, hey everyone, it's Carrie, and we are at Lowe's this evening. We're going to check out what's new. They've actually got a lot of clearance items in here in the housewares area, so we're going to check those out. We're going to see what kind of new things they have in the garden center. It looks like a lot of mums. So we are at the Claremont, Florida location. So my garden center might look a whole lot different than the garden center for my friends up north, where things are starting to get a little bit colder. So we've got the smaller mums in here. These are $8 each. How many of you do mums for the fall? Do you put them in flower pots? Where do you put them? So this is what I wanted to show you. There is a lot of clearance items right now at Lowe's. So there's area rugs on clearance. There's some furniture on clearance. There's a lot of drapes are on clearance. So we're going to kind of just go through this area. So if you did not know how much Lowe's has in the way of area rugs and home decor, they have a ton. So this is a runner. It is washable. And this one is on sale. That was $46. But let's check out some of the furniture here. So the gray accent table down here, this comes in at $108. It's got a little drawer on the front that does open for storage. So $44.37. The little accent table here, this one, some of them are still in boxes, but that's a really good deal for a little side table. And then there is a cream accent table, the same one. So it's also $44.37. So they have it on display up here. I definitely thought there were some really, really good deals. And then they have the gray one actually down here. So we have a wood saddle bar stool. I'm going to show you those in a second, but they are $67. And then the 2-pack for $62, you have these bar stools. So they're basically $30 and change each. We've got these are beige, so these have fabric on the top. $60 for those bar stools. We have the tufted fabric, so these are $95.37. It has the back. And they're clearancing out so they can bring all new items in. So we've got some charging tables there. We've got this accent table, $50. So a lot of these were, they're $30, $40, $50 off, but here's the one that had the chargers on it. That's the accent table that we saw over there. So we've already seen that one. We have the recliner, and I will describe this recliner as maybe apartment size, if that makes sense. So it is a little bit smaller, but $162. $227. That fabric chair, that actually was a very nice chair. It did not look apartment size. So here are some more bar stools over here. It had a gray fabric on top. We've got the entertainment center here, $180. Thought that was a really, really good deal. And then the drapery was a little bit kind of all over the place. However, I do want to just go through and show you some of the items, some of the pricing. So we've got $25 for panels. So these are light filtering ones. 84 inches on that one. But as you can see, there is a ton of clearance. So if you're looking for drapes, looking for things for your house, and you did not realize that Lowe's has all this stuff, go check it out. This blue, really pretty. $25 for those. And they're the linen, they're like a linen look drape. So I thought those were really pretty. Really pretty creams, pretty blues. Some of it is a little bit picked over, but your store may have more. It's kind of a neat green. That one, those are $18. 25, 23. We've got, these are basically 32. Those are pretty, a little bit thicker for those. Those are blackouts. And to my surprise, they have ruggables in here. Ruggables are my favorite washable rug. This rubber base that's on the bottom of it is non-skid. It also has a Velcro top. That's how the rug stays on. When you need to clean it, you just peel it right off. throw it in the wash, and then just Velcro it back on. So that is your 3x5. And the cool thing about Ruggable, you can go on their website and you can purchase fall rugs, Halloween, Christmas, like whatever season you want, and you can change out your rugs, keeping the base. They've got an office chair here. This is $58.50. I'm trying to find, this is gray accent table. That one was $143. Here are so this is your saddle, your 2-pack, your wood ones. Those are $85 for 2 stools. Let's see what else we can find in here. So this is a fabric. It's a gray fabric, so you can see the gray color in there. This is what the chair looks like. I'll spin the box, but there's the dimensions. Give me a minute here. We'll zip this around. This is what this chair looks like. We've got more bar stools over here. This one has a beige fabric on the top. Those are $80. They've got mattresses on sale. They are $300 off. So these are your Serta, your hybrid meaning that it's part memory foam, part spring. So that was your full size. Let's see which one. This one, is this our queen? This is our king. So our king comes in at $600 and the queen is $500. So good time to replace a mattress if you need to. That is a pretty good sale on those. Found some more little decorative items over here. This little palm in the basket, that one is $50. The ones down here are not on sale, but we'll just take a quick look at them. Here is another clearance item over here. I do love these. I think these are really pretty. Look at this. It says no green thumb, no problem. They got you. Those are $17. Lowe's does have really pretty home decor items. They've got really good lamps, area rugs, drapes. You can do a lot in terms of decorating your house. So these are kind of cute. They're not on sale, but I did want to look at them. So $63. Those are really, really fun little boxwood topiaries. And I did want to swing over here because this is a pretty good deal. This is that Shark Never Change. It's marked down to $330. So kind of 'tis the season for allergies and illness and all those fun things that we get. They've got a pretty good deal on the carbon air filters if you need to change your filters out. So just kind of be on the lookout right now in your stores because there's a lot of deals going on. We've got the Roomba. I'm going to kind of zoom in here. So you're saving $150 on the Roomba Plus combo. That one does both vacuuming and mopping. We've got the LG. This is your cordless vacuum with the auto empty. So when you hook it back into the charger, it empties itself out. I'll step back so you can see what that unit looks like. What other vacuum deals do we have over here? Let's see. We've got the Dyson. This is the V11. Marked down $100 for that one. That one is cordless. We've got some, do we have some Sharks also on sale? We do. So this one is $120 off. So that Shark Rocket Stick is $180. We've got the Shark Ion Pet Cordless. This one's on clearance for $106. It was $280. That's a pretty good deal for that one. Let's go down here. We've got, this is only a savings of $20, but that's all right. It's a Bissell Ready Vac. Pan back here and see if we can find any other really good clearance items. These are your full-size vacuums over here. So this one comes in at $450. It's $100 off. That's your Shark Power Detect. That's your upright. This Shark Rotator Pet Upright, you're going to save $80 on that one. Shark Power Fin, that one's $219 for that one. Last year, I had to get a little carpet shampooer, and it was about the same time during the year I came into Lowe's, and I got a screaming deal. It was like I paid $40 for something that was normally 170, I think it was. So that one's a save $20. So not a huge discount, but a discount nonetheless if that's something that you're looking for. So this one was $300. Now it's $116. That's your Shark Hydro Mess. That's that one tucked away back there. This one here, holy smokes, everyone, look, this is a dealio. $66. It was $230. That's your Bissell Crosswave system. Goodness, that's a deal. See what I'm saying? Sometimes you come in here and you can find some good deals in here. This one was $400. That's the other, so it's $116. My goodness. Got to check out some lamps. I always like to come through the lighting department to see what kind of lamps they have in store. This green one over here, that one's really cool looking. So the way that they do their lamps, you buy your base and you pick your shade. That way you're customizing it for how you want it to look. And they have different sizes. So the larger ones are going to be down on the floor. So kind of look through some of the styles and you can see the price tags are all right there above that. So if there's something, if I'm moving too fast, I apologize. This was a little bit of a faster video. Sometimes we kind of rapid fire. These are, I love that blue lampshade, but I need to go back. Look at this green. I love that green base. That's really pretty. This one is a mason jar. And some nice traditional bases over here in your silvers and your black. And then when you get over into this section, these lamps come with the shade that you see. So this cool one back here with the gold, that one is basically $70. We'll just round it up. We've got some little desk lamps in here also. Nothing of clearance to note over here in the lighting section, but some good options. And towards the end of the video, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the Halloween and a little bit of the garden center outside. And then at the very end of the video, I will link the video for the Halloween that we did the last time. That's a very cool little tornado lamp. My grandson loves that. This one is $20. He loves, he's all into storms. This one is cool. It is a little light and a speaker. So that one is $24. I was talking with one of my siblings, lives up north, and his Lowe's store already has Christmas. So it's Christmas and Halloween. Ours has patio furniture because we're in Florida and Halloween right now. So we don't have Christmas in here yet. Although our Home Depot does have some Christmas coming into it. And they got their Christmas shipment before they got their Halloween. That black lamp back there is really cool, $63. And that little $20 one or $21 one, that is an LED rechargeable. It's a really cool blue base on that one. And they have a good selection of floor lamps. We'll have to come back, dig in a little bit more and see what all they have. Especially I want to kind of give those other areas to go through their clearance. Come back in a couple weeks and then see what new is in place of all those clearance items. So this lamp is kind of cool. I'm going to step back and I'm going to show you one that they have on display. They have theirs kind of like crunched up right there, and only one light bulb in it, but it was pretty cool. It's a really pretty neutral lamp. That's a very big lamp also. This one I thought was neat. They didn't have it on display, but I thought the base of it was really pretty. That one's $42. And then outside in our garden center, it is mums galore out here. We still have a lot of tropicals, a lot of other things because we can plant year round. But right now they've got their mums, the smaller ones in here, 2 for $8. Normally I do mums, but in a flower pot, putting them in the yard. Well, right now I don't have a yard to put them in. We're still looking for houses. But we've got some more tropicals back in here, and I know a lot of you up north won't have that, but you probably will have the mums. So we've got some other tropicals over here. So these are gingers, which I always think they're super cool. orange torch ginger. It's interesting because in Texas, even our landscaping, they're so vastly different. These we do have right here. I'm going to spin back to the left. These are caladiums, and we do grow these in Texas, and they're really cool because they start out really small and they get humongous by the end of the season. They love the shade more so than being out in the hot sun. There's some more gingers in there. I just wanted to wander around out here and kind of see what was new. This is one of my favorite shrubs. I don't think we had these back in Texas. When we go back, I'm going to have to double check. However, it is called a Brazilian red hot. I've loved this ever since I saw it when I started coming to the stores here this spring. It's just such a pretty color leaf. We still have a lot of things flowering here, and we will all through the winter. I'm super excited for when the poinsettias come out because you can put those outside here. We still have a lot of the hot pinks, all of our little tropical colors. These containers are $17. What are you all growing in your, what is in your flower pots right now? What can you put in your flower pots this time of the year where you live? Let me know in the comments. So this is kind of a fall color for us. I know it's an indoor plant for many. However, we can plant these outside. Kind of gives us a little bit of a feel of fall color, and then we're going to head inside. We're going to check out some of the Halloween items. I went over a lot of them in the last video, so I will link that in the very, very end. You'll see it pop up on a screen. So if you are interested in looking at Halloween items, they have the largest inflatable skeleton. He is so funny. There's all the other little inflatables up there, and they do have quite a bit of, so just heads up, if you're not into creepy stuff, Lowe's, you might want to exit now. Lowe's does have some creepy Halloween. So these are kind of cool little LED lights. You can put those in your pumpkins. I love that they're on remote controls. They've got just the little single ones. These are $6. They have carving kits. They've got these little mini, I almost called these pumpkins, y'all. I'm so sorry. These are skeletons. These are $7. Then they have a 5-piece skull set here. So they're just in a bag right there. And then they have a 12-piece set of bones. So just using them for decoration in your yards. That great big inflatable, he is $200. He is marked down right now. They have fall t-shirts in here. These are kind of cute. And these do go up to a 3X. The fabric was also pretty soft. I was pretty impressed with those. And then we have our fall floor mats. They have these 4 different styles. Kind of give you all a minute to look at that. Those are $13. Then we have Halloween ones. Also $13. So here are the 5 that they have here for Halloween. I love the Hey Boo one. And then these are $18. We've got Bluey. How cute. We also have a Mickey Mouse one. We've got the Hitchhiking Ghosts from Haunted Mansion and Charlie Brown and Nightmare Before Christmas. And then all sorts of different, I have the sound off on this one. My other video, I will have some sound on that one. Like I said, I'll link it at the end. But these are all the different animatronics that are in the store. It's a great big, he's pretty wild with the purple glowing eyes. And then we've got all the little skeletons over here. Bunches of animatronics up in the back. I do love Mickey Mouse back here. He's adorable. And with that, I'm going to let you all browse around a little bit. And like I said, I will link that at the very, very end so you can go back if Halloween is something that you're interested in. So that way you can see our bigger review of the Halloween items. With that, everyone, take care, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.